Hey, this is the franchise Shane Douglas.
The Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander, and you're watching.
And you're watching.
Yamane, aka WWE.
Here to this podcast and Ollie Harper, my man.
And you are watching Ollie Harper at YouTube.com.
And you're watching the Ollie Harper Show on YouTube.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's me, Ollie, aka TNSAttitude, and I am back again here on YouTube.com for all things professional wrestling. Now, today, guys, I want to talk about the Wyatt Six because you know what, guys? I want to do a little bit of hot topic, and I want to really talk about this because I really do think that it deserves some attention, and for the way it's been built the last couple of months, it's really been something. You know, they've gone in the same way with this as they went in with the Rabbit when Bray was to return to the company at Extreme Rules 2022. You know, they've gone in that same sort of format, but, you know, the fingerprints of Bray Wyatt are all over this, and it really is it was really cool to see the debut of the Wyatt Six, and I really do feel that Bo Dallas is going to do a damn good job at honouring his brother. You know, I saw the doc, I've seen the Bray Wyatt documentary, the Peacock documentary, and, you know, looking back at that now, that really does feel like the prequel and the real build and introduction to what we saw on Raw. You know, these masks, they paid such homage to The Fiend and to Bray Wyatt and to the art of what Bray signified and just everything. And the Code Orange with of course the band Code Orange with the beginning of the song with that, just playing that over and over again in the piano piece. I thought it was really done well. And, you know, sometimes people say, oh, well, but the way they did this, I really, really enjoyed it. And, you know, the going into Raw, you know, on Twitter and Instagram, they were calling it the Monday Night Massacre. That was kind of where they were going with this, with the Wyatt Six making their debut. And, you know, it really feels like all these loose ends that what they really wanted to do for Bray, they're going to do it. And this is really, really, it's something interesting to see. But right now, you know, we've got you kind of say we call it the Wyatt Five, but obviously the rumours going around are that Alexa Bliss is going to debut at SummerSlam. So she's going to come back at SummerSlam, and, you know, I'm hopeful she's going to be in full, like, gimmick. They could even go down the whole repackage and maybe go more to how she was at WrestleMania 37. So you never know. But I'm definitely interested. I feel that, you know, WWE always want to try and, you know, market on something that they can really sell good merchandise. I mean, we've already got a Wyatt Six t-shirt already on pre-order on WWEshop.com. I mean, the amount of merch that can be really made out of this faction is something else. You can think of it now. Think of the Elite figures. Think of the plush toys. Think of the Brawling Buddies. Seriously, there's some... The merch is just... It's going to be on fire, guys. It really is. But I'm excited, you know. People are saying, you know, let's just see, you know, some people think this is going to be a flash in the pan. And I would disagree. You know, I feel like what they've got here is something that is really to honour Bray Wyatt. And I think for fans who were fans of Bray Wyatt and, of course, his such deep thought of how he wanted his character to be, you know, portrayed. And, you know, I'm going on more about watching the Peacock documentary and how Bray was so protective of his character that, you know, Bray now obviously passed away, but this idea of the Wyatt Six, it does make me think if it was something that they wanted to do when Bray was alive. So now we're getting it in this form to honour Bray Wyatt. I think it's going to be truly something. It's going to be really good to see. And sometimes, you know, wrestling doesn't have to be so serious. And, you know, we've got... What I love about WWE, it really is like the circus. You've got such a variety of different things that make Raw interesting. I mean, Raw was really good this past week from Corpus Christi. It really had a good show. I mean, you had the return of Seth Rollins. You had the build now for Money in the Bank. They've established that Drew McIntyre has quit the company, which again is just going to be that build to hopefully his, you know, the big match for SummerSlam. or this rumored bad blood. You know, but bad blood may be coming back. That's what I've also been seeing. So there's a lot, you know, there was a lot to unpack from Raw this past week. There really was. So yeah, WWE is doing great business right now. And I think what they are very good at doing in this Triple H Renaissance era is telling long-term stories and getting you interested. You know, they're not just throwing this stuff away in 1 or 2 weeks of TV. You know, they're telling a story over a period of a few weeks or even a couple of months. You know, I mean, the Drew Punk stuff that's pretty much been on since Mania, and we don't even know if that's really is going to take place at SummerSlam. I mean, they could build that up till, you know, Bad Blood. I mean, who knows? Maybe 41. I don't think they're going to go that long, but there is definitely going to be some build there going into when they do have their match, and it feels for me like they're doing the whole extension of, you know, when you start to scratch your head, and obviously we all know it's, you know, WWE is a pre-booked thing, but you know, I love it when they do bring that reality into it. And, you know, they go to the gorilla and, you know, Triple H is trying to tell Drew, you know, don't quit. And I love that. I really thought that was a really nice bit what they did there. And now I feel like I'm just talking about Raw because, you know, I've pretty much said my bit about the Wyatt Six. I think that, you know, that is going to be a great thing going forward. I mean, you've got Joe Gacy, Eric Rowan, Nikki Cross, and of course Bo Dallas and Dexter Lumis. So you got 5 right there, 5 talents that are all going to work together. You know, and let's see what they can do. You know, Joe Gacy, people said could have been the next, like, another Bray Wyatt. He's great. Joe Gacy is a great talent. Dexter has got something to do now, so that's good. And of course Nikki, let's see what she does. And they pair her up as where she's going to be the Sister Abigail of the group. It's bringing all them Firefly Funhouse toys to life, and it's great. So really, really good. And as I say, to wrap up, Raw was a good show. I'm excited for the summer. I think it's going to be a great, you know, few months of wrestling and, you know, building now. I feel like as well, now, you know, the summer is here for WWE. I feel like now is where they're finally now going to start getting those bigger storylines together now post-Mania. You know, I feel like post-Mania, usually for about a couple of months, things are just kind of like meager in a lot of ways. You know, they're just trying to warm us back up again. You know, they've just had this big blow off of WrestleMania, and then they've got to kind of like rebuild for a few months before they can really start to develop the summer storylines. And now I think where we are in June and in going into early July, we're going to see those bigger storylines, and it's good time to be a wrestling fan for sure. Anyway, guys, that is today's video. As I say, if you enjoyed Raw, if you enjoyed the Wyatt Six debut, let me know your thoughts. What do you feel could be the future of this group going forward? I would love to hear your thoughts, guys. And that is that. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and like. And I'll catch you guys down the road for another video. I'm out.